Now, the third Beatitude, I quote, "Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth." Matthew 5:5. Now, what does it mean? In this Beatitude, Jesus describes the meek as those who are humble, who are gentle and patient, rather than the aggressive or the self-assertive. Meekness involves a deep trust in God, showing restraint and kindness in dealing with others, and not insisting on one's own right or importance. Now, Jesus promises that the meek will inherit the earth, signifying a future reward and the ultimate vindication of a humble spirit. How do we apply it in today's term? Well, in the first way, cultivating humility, meaning in a world that often celebrates assertiveness and self-promotion, meekness can be seen as weakness. However, true humility involves recognizing our own limitations and the value of others at the same time. How do we apply it in today's terms? Well, practice humility by listening to others, acknowledging your mistakes, and being willing to learn from feedback, avoiding boasting or seeking attention for your achievements. Instead, let your actions speak for themselves. Second learning might be to exercise gentleness and patience. In other words, meekness involves treating others with gentleness and patience even when provoked or treated unfairly. And what does it mean in today's terms? Well, respond to conflict with calmness and kindness. Show patience with people who frustrate you or offend you, remembering that people, and everyone really, has their own struggles. And develop the habit of speaking and acting gently, especially in stressful situations. Third way of learning might be trusting in God's timing and justice. What it means is that the meek trust that God will ultimately set things right, rather than taking matters into our own hands. And in today's terms, it means when faced with injustice or challenges, place your trust in God's timing and sovereignty. Instead of retaliating or becoming bitter, pray for guidance and strength. Trust that God sees your situation and it will act justly in His perfect time for you. The fourth learning might be perhaps serving others selflessly, meaning meekness involves putting others' needs before your own and serving without seeking recognition. How do we apply? Well, in today's term, look for opportunities to serve others quietly and selflessly. Volunteer for causes that help the less fortunate, support your community, and offer help without expecting anything in return. By serving others, you reflect Christ's humility and His love. The fifth way to learn from this is to promote peace and reconciliation. Now, what does it mean? Well, the meek are often peacemakers, promoting harmony and resolving conflicts, meaning be a peacemaker in your relationships and in your community. When conflicts arise, seek to understand all perspectives and work towards reconciliation, and use your influence to build bridges and foster understanding among different groups. So to summarize, the third Beatitude teaches us the value of meekness, the value of humility, gentleness, patience, and indeed trust in God. Now, in a world that often rewards aggression and self-promotion, Jesus calls us to be counter-cultural, and He calls us to be humble and to exercise gentleness, trusting in God's justice, serving others selflessly, and promoting peace. We can then embody the spirit of meekness that Jesus blesses. Now, through these actions, we not only reflect Jesus' character, but also contribute to a more compassionate and a just world, in line with the promise that the meek will inherit the earth. Amen.